How's it going, everybody? My name is Josh and welcome to a special bonus stream episode kind of thing for Josh Plays Pokemon Diamond. This is something that I need to do before I can get ready for the next stream because idiot me, well, not really idiot me, this is more of a test, really. As you can see, we are outside the Pal Park right now, which is something I didn't get to show off when I actually was able to come here and use this place properly. And the reason for that is because I have been able to transfer my team from Pokemon FireRed, my team from Josh Plays Pokemon FireRed, into Pokemon Diamond. I have fought tirelessly, not really, to do this, but it's there. My team from Josh Plays Pokemon FireRed, if you haven't seen it, plug, it was the last run, I guess, that we did on Josh Plays Pokemon, the one that took place before this one. And I also did a run of Ruby that's actually missing the first episode due to the sands of time being annoying, but turns out that you can actually get the usual mark of transferring Pokemon from a GBA cartridge to a DS cartridge. Emulation for DS has come so far that we can actually do that now. I'm going to take a brief minute to quickly explain how you do that. You need Desmumi for DS. The normal Desmumi, you can't use OpenEMU with Desmumi Core, because the Desmumi Core in OpenEMU does not have the ability to do this. You need normal Desmumi, which means you also have to deal with the slight hiccups that Generation 4 and Generation 5 Pokemon games have, because the person who made Desmumi doesn't like Pokemon. So, how this works is, Desmumi actually has the option to change what the second slot on a DS is using. Now, if you were part of the old first generation of DS games, first generation DS or second generation of DS, which was DS Lite, those early models had a GBA slot on them, in which you could actually play Game Boy Advance games on your Nintendo DS. Pretty much like how you can play DS games in a 3DS, and how you can play Wii games in a Wii U, how you can play GameCube games in a Wii, etc. It works the same way with the early models of the DS. You can play Game Boy Advance games in them. And a lot of DS games, well, not a lot of them, but quite a few DS games actually had functionality in their DS versions by plugging in a cartridge of a GBA game. And of course, the biggest person at this would have been Generation 4 of Pokemon, which has the ability to transfer your Pokemon from a Generation 3 game that's inserted into the GBA slot into a Generation 4 game. Now, downsides to this is that if you're doing this in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, you have a 24-hour cooldown between transfers, and you have to transfer 6 Pokemon at once. So that's fun, I guess. But what I've done here is I set up Desmumi after copying my save files for FireRed and Diamond onto separate emulators so that I can keep my FireRed team in FireRed on OpenEMU. And I set up slot 2 on Desmumi to use the GBA cartridge system, and then made it so that it was reading from Pokemon FireRed. After that, launch the ROM, and the game will load as if you had a GBA cartridge inserted. In which case, I transferred my team from Pokemon FireRed into Pokemon Diamond. They settled into the Pal Park after migration was complete, and then, because both games automatically save after you do this, I then copied my Diamond save file from Desmumi and copied it back into OpenEMU so that I can have at least the game running decently, because, you know, Desmumi is crazy when it comes to actually playing Pokemon games. So here we are now, with my Diamond saved outside the Pal Park. I can now trade and catch my Pokemon FireRed team, which is what we're going to do right now. So we're going to participate in the catching shows. we're just gonna look at the manual for a moment. So Power Park is a place where you are timed on the catching of 6 Pokemon. You are provided with 6 special Pokeballs for the challenge. Participating trainers are required to supply the 6 Pokemon that are to be caught. If you do not supply the stock of 6 Pokemon, you may not participate in the catching show. So in the catching show itself, at the start of the catching show, you will be given 6 Park Balls. Use the Park Balls to catch the 6 Pokemon you provide. And what about stocking Pokemon? You may make Pokemon migrate from Kanto or Hoenn to stock your catching game. Insert a Game Boy Advance, Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, FireRed, or Leaf Green into the Game Pack slot. When your DS is turned on, currently caught Pokemon can migrate from the Game Pack to the DS game card. And with that being said, we understand, so we're going to take part in the catching show. We have our 6 balls. Pearl apparently has the world record right now, which is dumb. We're going to beat him. So welcome to Power Park. It's night time right now, unfortunately, but that's the best I could do. Here we go, we start. And the first one I'm going to go get, I'm going to actually run over to the water first, as it has a lower encounter rate than pretty much all the other areas. And of course, the first Pokemon I'm going to catch if I'm going to the water area is my Lapras from FireRed, Rain, who is level 69, and we can just chuck the ball at it, and it'll get in the ball automatically. That's the best part about the Park Balls, is that they will always catch the ball. They bypass the catch rate modifier, they bypass the catch rate decisions and whatnot. They will always catch the Pokemon. So that's great, that's cool. With Rain caught, let's run into the grass here. Who are we gonna catch? Who's next? Firo, or Aviator if you remember FireRed. Of course, plug, if you haven't seen this team in action, go watch my Josh Plays Pokemon FireRed playthrough. And the whole goal of this sort of episode, we're going to have a few more episodes here. Probably going to transfer the legendaries over. And probably also legendaries, obviously, because I need the Regis to get Regirock. Hi Fury Flare, how's it going? Fury Flare was my Arcanine in FireRed, and actually, ironically, ended up being level 70, higher leveled, which was funny, because, you know, it's a Kanto game, and fire types usually don't get much use in a Kanto game, so that was really interesting how that happened, but whatever. I should note that one thing you need to do is that you need to make sure that the Pokemon you're migrating over don't actually have any HM moves on them, so you do need to go to the move deleter if you do that. This is an example right here that if you got the Pokemon from a trade in-game, you can still transfer it to a newer game. As such, this is Mimian, a Mr. Mime that I got for a trade with Abra in FireRed. And I used as my main Psychic type in FireRed. We have 2 more Pokemon left to get on my team. And next on the list is going to be, Voltari, the Jolteon, who also ended up being level 70. Voltari is really, really fast. Really great team member in FireRed. I'll probably use, like, this team in a session of Diamond or something. That'd be good fun, I think. I think that'll be very fun and interesting. And, of course, the last Pokemon we're gonna catch is, of course, my trusty starter in FireRed, which is being stingy right now and doesn't want to come out. Come on. There you are. So, my starter was, of course, Toxibulb, my Venusaur. So, you can come back to me, Toxibulb, it's alright. And there we go. That is my team from Pokemon FireRed, now successfully caught into Pokemon Diamond in this, like, session 23.5 or whatever. Ding dong, congratulations, I've successfully caught the stocked Pokemon. Congratulations, that's all 6 Pokemon caught. The audience sure enjoyed watching your catching show. I don't know what part's so entertaining about a catching show, but whatever. Let's see your all-important score from this show. 470, time points, 1,604, type points, 1,450. So, we absolutely smashed Pearl. 3,424, 524. Outstanding record. It's time to collect your prize. Quality Berry. Beautiful berries. You caught in PC boxes? Yes. So here we are. We now, if I go to Bebe's PC and move Pokemon around. There we go. My FireRed team is now situated perfectly in their FireRed box. It's good to see these guys again. And yes, the items that they were holding also transferred over. So Toxabolt's still holding Miracle Seeds, Furious Flare's still holding a Charcoal, Rain is still holding Mystic Water. And yeah, so that's pretty great. I only ever got those though, so I could probably give Voltari a Magnet or something. We're probably going to use this team in a session, because I really do love this team. They were a great team in my run, and really did very well. And they were completely diverse in gender as well. Like, it was completely half and half. So, there we go. We're going to save now. Hit that save button, and there we go. That is the end of this special little session 23.5 of Josh Plays Pokemon Diamond. I hope you have all enjoyed this extra little tidbit. And with that being said, I need to do a bit more waiting. I need to wait 24 hours before I can transfer from Ruby, which my next set of Pokemon is going to be a whole bunch of legends from Pokemon Ruby once I dig out my save file, because I need to do that now. And if we can dig out my save file, we'll be able to catch Regigigas. If not, I'm going to be playing a super sped up playthrough of Pokemon Ruby so I can get Regigigas. Anyway, with that being said, my name has been Josh. I hope you all have enjoyed this special episode, and I'll see you all in the next session. Whenever that happens, we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye!